Hello fellow writers! If you're new here, welcome. My name is Michelle Winkler and I'm an indie author in training. On this channel, I'll tell you about my self-publishing journey and share some of the mistakes I've made along the way, so that hopefully you don't have to make them too. Today's video is the first in a series I'm calling Author Training. It's about what I think your steps should be in order from, ooh, I have an idea and I really want to be an author, to, yay, I'm published. If you really want to be a full-time indie author, but have no idea where to start or what steps you should take, then this video and the other ones in it in the playlist are for you. When I first started and I decided to become an indie author, I looked up YouTube videos on how to, and there's a lot out there, but I didn't really see any that told me how to step by step, like what order each thing should go in. Everyone's path is different. There's a million different ways to publish and they're all valid, but I wanted some kind of guideline, some kind of this is how you do it, and then I could adjust from that, kind of like an outline for a book. So that's what today's video is, the first in the series. These are the things you need to do to kind of lay the groundwork from becoming an author. The first step doesn't really get a number and it's not really in the list because you've probably been doing this for a while. First step is to daydream. Think about where you want to be in 5 or 10 years. What kind of author do you want to be? Where do you want to see your books? Do you want to see them on Barnes & Noble shelves, or do you want to see them in the library so people can get them if they don't have a lot of money? You need to think about these things way ahead of time, because your decisions on that are going to affect what path you take, how much money you spend, and how much time you invest in it. Now, don't let the last part about money scare you. You can publish a book with zero money, but the more money you put into it and the more effort and time you put into it, the more professional it'll be and the better results you'll get. So now that you've had a little daydream, now that you know how much money and time you're going to spend, let's get into the actual steps of becoming an author. So this next step will help set you up for that. Building your author platform. Now this means Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, a website, anywhere where you're going to socialize with people who will hopefully become your readers. Now this step takes time to do, at least correctly. I really think that buying followers, which yes, that is a thing, isn't the best way to go. How are those people going to know what you do? Do they even like your type of book? Do they like you as a person? You have no idea. So just because you bought 3,000 followers and your count goes way up, doesn't mean any of them are going to buy your book. Doesn't mean any of them are going to interact with you online. It's just kind of a waste of your money. I think the best way to grow your platform is to organically do it. Meaning taking the time to talk to people online, retweet some of their tweets if you like them, say hi to them, respond to their questions, just basically be friendly. That will help grow your platform with people who enjoy talking to you and like your type of book. Another great side effect of having a big author platform, or at least growing your platform, is the people you get to meet, the community you get to be involved in. I love so many of the people that I've met through the writing community. I want to stay a part of their lives, even if I never write another book. So that's a great thing to have. Number 2, in laying your groundwork, is to start your World Bible. This is a free step, but it does take a lot of time. That's why I say start it early. In fact, before you even write your first draft, you can start it. You have an idea for a character, write down the details about that character. You have an idea for a plot, write down where it takes place. All those little details you're going to need later. Now you can do this at any time, but the sooner you start, the better. Otherwise, you'll be like me, with a 70,000 word novel and no idea where a certain item is mentioned or when a person was introduced. Well, I usually remember when they're introduced, but when items were mentioned or what something is described as, so that I can describe it correctly again later in a different way, that I can never remember. So do your World Bible as soon as possible. Now, if you don't really know what a World Bible is, or you're not sure how to make one, Megan Tennant made a fantastic video about World Bibles, including how to use World Anvil to make one. I definitely suggest you check it out, and I will link it in the description. And number 3, study. Being an author is kind of like being an athlete. Athletes don't just practice and then go play. They practice in between their games. In the off time, they're practicing. They learn more about how to make, I don't know, I'm not an athlete, but I do know that they don't just play games, they practice a lot. And that's kind of what an author is like. We have to continually be learning. Not only do standards change in writing itself, but there's always someone coming up with a new way to market, a new way to promote themselves that you want to know about. Now this step can be free, or you can pay a lot of money. If you want to go to college and take college classes, that's going to cost you a lot, and you can do that. But YouTube is a great resource. I learned almost everything I know from YouTube, and that's free. You can also buy books, which are a much lower cost than going to college. But anyway, you can buy books on writing, on publishing, on marketing. Pretty much anything you need to know about becoming an author is probably in a book somewhere. Another resource is online learning platforms. One I've heard a lot about is Skillshare, and I did try out the free version to get a couple classes in. I didn't really have the time or money to go at it full time. If you want me to make a video about Skillshare, let me know in the comments. So now that you've laid the groundwork and you have a basis down, we get to do the fun stuff, actually writing your book. I'll be talking about that in the next video. So let me know in the comments, where are you at? Are you just getting started with an idea, or do you already have your first draft? Please click like if you enjoyed the video, and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. I make videos once a week, and I'm on Facebook and Twitter at mwinklerbooks pretty much daily. Thanks for watching. See you next time.